Good, happy Friday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, voluntary educational concept takes hold in New Hampshire classrooms. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9. Adam Sexton.
Values make a big difference, especially in the business of banking. And that's one of the primary reasons why credit unions stand apart. Credit union values are built in the cooperative business model. That's why they're democratically controlled by their members and why they can offer better rates and yields. It also explains why they give back to the community, hosting financial education fairs or supporting local charities. Credit union values make a difference.
Teachers at Parker Varney School noticed something remarkable when students returned to the classroom after summer break. The kids had retained information about mathematical concepts they'd been working on last year at a much higher rate than usual.
We have 22 third graders, and 15 of them completely passed the third grade place value test. So the third graders that have just started third grade are now going to be working with a fourth grade teacher.
Moving on and moving up. It's part of a more personalized approach to education that's been in the works for more than a decade. It's now being tested at 5 schools around the state. The idea is simple. Kids who show they've mastered a given subject or concept advance. Those who take longer put in the time necessary until they get it.
It's like karate lessons. It's totally logical. These are the things that you need to know and be able to do before you move on. When you can prove that you have mastered that, you move to the next level.
Parker Varney implemented this model last year, and a school that previously ranked in the bottom 10% statewide is now showing rapid growth in student achievement.
Our second grade cohort started the school year last year 29% proficient in reading on the benchmarks. They ended the school year at 79%. So we saw a significant jump.
There are no grade levels and no grades given. Assignments are individualized, so the struggling students don't fall behind and the advanced students don't get bored. Classes are banded together. These second and third graders share 2 rooms, but they move back and forth depending on the subject and their ability.
We have like 2 teachers that care about us, and that when we need to go to a different level of learning, then we can move to the level that we need to.
Kids say school now feels more like a big family. 5th grader Sarah Bodette will soon be the first student here to begin working on middle school level assignments. She's old enough to remember what it was like before the big change.
If they were too hard for you, you couldn't really go down to what you needed to do, but if you're this is way too easy, you couldn't really go up.
What do you notice about this?
Parents are seeing a difference too. Jen Garcia says the program has been transformative for her son Colin.
I can't imagine going to any other school. We're actually in the process of moving, and we have to stay in this district because we can't go anywhere else.
The apparent benefits of this model go beyond just learning in the classroom. Administrators here say they've also noticed a positive change in student behavior.
Classroom referrals, so teachers that are calling to the office referring with behavior problem, last year decreased 55% from the year before.
And she says special ed referrals are down 33%. These improvements have not gone unnoticed. Superintendent Dr. Bolgan Vargas says he expects to spread this teaching model to other schools across the city.
It is very likely because it's working. And if something is working, you should replicate it.
In Manchester, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Very cool. It looks like a cool new teaching concept. Sources: Vegas shooter searched for information on Boston venues. Let's take a listen to this video from WCVB Boston.
difference makes all the difference. That's why US Cellular put towers where most others don't. Sadly, they're using a good enough network.
Hello? Left or right?
What's one wrong turn? So get our stronger signal in the middle of anywhere.
Potentially could have been our city, but thank God it wasn't.
City leaders now confirm Las Vegas shooter Stephen Paddock used Google to search 2 areas in Boston, the Boston Center for the Arts and Fenway Park, where Game 3 of the American League Divisional Series will be held this Sunday.
I have full faith and confidence in the work the police department does, making sure that when the Red Sox are in town this weekend, that people, the Fenway Park crowd has a safe experience there.
The FBI informed Boston authorities about the possible Paddock connection last night. Commissioner Bill Evans verified it today.
We just have information that he was on possible sites looking at Boston, but there's nothing to indicate he ever made it here or he was ever stepped foot in Boston.
That said, Boston police will be meeting with all the hotels in the area to talk active shooter training and stepped up security.
It's sad that we have to do this, but given tactics that we're seeing, we continually have to adjust and make sure people are safe in our city.
Only a couple of hotels around Fenway have views of the ballpark, including the Buckminster and the Hotel Commonwealth. But several apartment and condo towers also overlook Fenway, including some with units available for rent on sites like Airbnb. From their nearby building, this couple watched Lady Gaga perform 2 concerts at Fenway last month.
Have you ever thought about that as a security issue?
No, I thought it was just cool to be able to go see concerts at the Dome.
And it's not just Fenway Park getting a security boost. There are road races this weekend, a Boston College football game, a Bruno Mars concert, the Boston Bruins at the Garden. All of those events and venues will be seeing stepped up security for the Boston Police. We're live at Fenway Park. I'm Mary Saladin, WCVB News Center.
Okay, and there you go on that report. We're following some breaking news. Fire closes Pine Point Road in Scarborough. Firefighters from several towns responded Friday morning to a fire at a home in Scarborough. Part of Pine Point Road was closed as firefighters worked to put out the fire. The fire was reported around 2 a.m. No other details were released. Stay with us as this story develops. IMF chief economic recovery takes hold in most of the world. Christina, the head of the International Monetary Fund, said Thursday that the long-awaited global recovery is taking root and that 3/4 of the globe is enjoying the economy upswing in the broad sets-based calculations since the start of the decades. Vegas shooter booked hotel overlooking Lollapalooza scene with mistress woman. Here's the latest on the investigation into the Las Vegas shooting. At least 59 people, including the shooter, died after Saturday night's mass shooting in Las Vegas Music Festival. The motive remains unknown, but police say the attack was observantly premeditated. The gunman, Stephen Paddock, may have planned to escape the scene. A note authorities found in Paddock's hotel was not a suicide note. Paddock visited several music festivals in the Las Vegas area. Paddock booked hotel rooms in Chicago in August overlooking the Lollapalooza Music Festival. Paddock was seen gambling for 8 hours straight on the night before the shooting. Paddock was seen with another woman who was not his girlfriend in the days before the shooting. Officials briefed on the investigation into the alleged Las Vegas shooter. Stephen Paddock told ABC News that Paddock booked hotel rooms in Chicago in early August during the Lollapalooza Music Festival. One of the hotels where he had reservations was the Blackstone on South Michigan Avenue, across the Grant Park, where the annual event took place. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday, and I'll see you back here later on today. Goodbye, everyone.